Hi, my name is Carolyn Guidos. I am the owner of The Freezing Point, a liquid nitrogen catering company based out of Houston, Texas. We've been in business for 3.5 years and have been serving not only in Houston, but we also do travel. Recently on August 30th, the FDA released a warning against a liquid nitrogen product called Dragon's Breath. And since then, I've been getting a lot of questions from past clients and future clients. And I know myself, I'm a very visual person, and I promised those clients that I'd create a little video kind of explaining why there was an FDA warning and how it can be harmful and the steps and techniques that you can do to do it in a safe manner. So why the FDA has released a warning? Well, in the last 2.5 years, a lot of mall kiosks as well as fairs have been releasing a product called Dragon's Breath, which is not the same as ice cream, although a lot of news media outlets have confused the two. And recently the FDA has updated their warning to exclude ice cream. But in the way they wrote frozen confections and complete evaporation and not served at extreme cold temperatures do not pose a risk. So that is technical jargon to say, yes, you should be worried about extremely cold items of Dragon's Breath, but you should not be worried about the process of frozen confections, i.e. mainly ice cream. What the Dragon's Breath does though, is being served in a harmful way, and the reasons are twofold. First is that it's being served with liquid nitrogen still on it, and second, it's being served at extreme low temperatures. And with frozen desserts, at extreme low temperatures, it's not something that you can visually see if it's the right amount of cold or if it's too cold. So the big key here is to be able to time how long you are freezing it, because the only thing on your side is that you know that if something is sitting in a very cold atmosphere, the longer it's in that atmosphere, the colder it's going to get. And liquid nitrogen gets to negative 321 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's a very important factor to look into. So what I'm gonna do here today is I'm gonna make some ice cream, and then I'm going to show you the process, and we're gonna do a temperature read of that. And then we're going to do some Dragon's Breath, and that is where you blow smoke out of your mouth. It's a lot of fun. And what I'll do is I'll time it in increments, and I'll show you the right way to do it if you're hiring a reliable vendor, someone who takes safety first, how they should be doing it, and then I'll show you what I've seen a lot of at fairs and at carnivals, where all they do is post a warning at your own risk sign, and that personally drives me very crazy. So now we're going to just go through this like in a fast forward way, so just watch and enjoy the magic. Okay, perfect. It looks like it's between 33 and 35 degrees cold, which is like not cold at all. So this, we're at liquid nitrogen, we have a bowl. Okay, I have my handy timer. I'm gonna shake for another 20 seconds. This is low. That is crazy. There we go. It's still working because it doesn't know how to deal with. Okay. This is between negative 10 and negative 20. Okay, 2 minutes. We're gonna shake for another 20 seconds. So it's already feeling cold on the outside. Here's my It says low. So it's having a hard time because of the smoke. I'm gonna try this. It's still bearable. This was like going through the 10 and 20 range, which is weird. I think that what that's telling me is that this stuff cools off, like warms up pretty quickly. It means that has to be like super frozen to hurt you. So I'm about to hit 4 minutes. See, it's like a little bit more smoky in there. And this has been 4 minutes. It's jumping from, yeah, it warms up quite quickly actually. Okay, so we're gonna test this. It's fine on my skin. Fine on my tongue. I think what's happening is that, see, that's fine. I think that's like between the 0 and 10 range. So what we found was quite interesting. So when we put the corn pops in the cup, it would create like a little bit of fog in it, even after shaking off the liquid nitrogen for 20 seconds. So when the temperature was reading it, it would start at low. And by it saying just low, that meant that it was below negative 51, 52 degrees. This is what the thermostat will measure up to on that low temperature. So it's extremely cold. But almost immediately after saying low, I guess once the smoke cleared, it started to kind of build up real quickly, like within seconds. So it would say negative 30, then negative 25, then negative 15. It would just keep gradually going up. And then it would sit between 0 and 10, and then it would sit between 10 and 20. And each time I tried it, like you can usually feel against your skin if it's extremely cold. And I'm holding it right now and it's warm again. So the interesting thing about this product is that it gets cold and then heats up quite quickly, which is kind of cool. So that only tells you that what I've seen at malls, because I've seen it firsthand, is that what they're doing is they're just throwing in a whole lot of these into a bucket of liquid nitrogen. I'll have to refill this to show you what I see, but it's filled with liquid nitrogen and they're not timing how long it's in there. So it's not giving it enough time to warm up. And when they serve it, I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna pour a whole lot of these in. Okay, so it just has to be like covered in nitrogen. So what I've seen malls do is they just soak them. And they soak them for a long time. And they do have these, but these corn pops are just sitting in nitrogen for who knows how long. And then when they serve them in like a cup style. And it's usually in a rush. So what does that mean in a rush? You saw when I was doing my demonstrations, I sat there and like shook for a long time to make sure there was no nitrogen still remaining. That is not what's happening. And this is why people are hurting themselves. So what they're doing is they're picking it up and they're pouring it in. Do you see that? There is liquid nitrogen still at the bottom of this cup. And it is smoking. So it's really cool for Instagram, and this is why they do it, but this is not safe. And already my hands are hurting from holding this. So I wouldn't be surprised if the cup cracks. And it's just reading low. And it won't stop. It's not doing the, yeah. It has not decided to start reading any other temperature. Wow, I can't believe it's just a simple solution of not serving it all in a cup like this. Well, that's an easy solution. See how like the cup is frosting on the outside? It's condensating. It is really cool, you guys. Like, I would, every time I see this being served, it makes me so angry. But this is an educational video, so I'm hoping for the moms and dads and clients out there, they learn that there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. But yeah, it's not reading accept low. So remember, no matter how long I did it, if I just put a little bit and I shook off all the nitrogen within like 20 seconds, this thing warmed up real quickly. This has not even started to warm up. So I guess the whole reason I made this video is I was just getting a lot of questions, and for years I've been seeing it served like this, and I've been seeing news reports of people hurting themselves, and I personally I was afraid. I was like, this is going to close down my business because other vendors are not doing it the right way. They are not taking safety into account. I think just by doing this quick demonstration shows you that there is a very simple way of doing it, and the simple way is to shake off all the nitrogen and then serve it in smaller cups so it has time to warm up quite quickly. And all I can say here is I hope that with the FDA, that serving it in this way doesn't continue, and that clients are more aware of what to look out for, and also are open to vendors where maybe they know how to do it the right way, where they take safety first. So always ask questions. Definitely always ask questions, but I'm here to help. If you want to email me at info@freezingpoint.co. No question is too big or small, and thank you for watching my video.